shape means. What does partitioning a shape mean? Layla. Cutting a shape into different parts. Good. All right, I'm going to show y'all this video, and I want you to pay attention to it, okay?
Hi friends, my name is Erica. Welcome to the USA Test Prep classroom. Today, you're going to learn about partitioning shapes. Partitioning is a neat word for dividing. We are going to learn about dividing shapes. When a shape is not partitioned or divided, it is a whole shape. When a shape is partitioned, it is split into parts. Sometimes, those parts of a shape can be equal. This means they are all the same size. Sometimes, those parts of a shape can be non-equal. This means the parts are all different sizes. Now that we know about shapes and partitioning, let's go to the coffee shop to learn more. We are at the coffee shop. At the coffee shop, I can get a cookie or a piece of cake. The cookie is a circle. The cake is a rectangle. If I share my cookie with one friend, I am partitioning my cookie in half. I am making halves. If I share my cake with one friend, I am partitioning my cake in half. I am making halves. I can also make halves this way on a rectangle. I might have to partition my cookie into 4 pieces. I am making fourths, 4 quarters. I can do the same with my rectangle piece of cake. Look, I am partitioning it in fourths. My rectangle-shaped cake can also be partitioned into fourths this way. Look at those quarters. Yum! I am getting hungry. Let's head back to the classroom. I had a great time learning about partitioning shapes with you today. Remember that a whole shape can be partitioned into equal or non-equal parts. Those parts can be halves or fourths, also known as quarters. See you next time.
Alright, so she said that cutting a piece or a whole into 2 was what? What were the 2 parts?
4.
Into 2 parts.
That'd be half.
Halves. What if you cut it into 4 parts? What would that be called? Fourths. Good. Alright, now we're going to go over some of the vocabulary like we just did. Alright? Alright, this is the vocabulary. When you say half, if we are partitioning shapes and I say, oh, I want you to cut it into half, you're going to have a shape that is split into 2 parts, okay? If I say I want you to split your shape into thirds, that is a shape that is split into 3. Alright, if I say I want you to split your shape into fourths, how many is that? 4. Alright, no matter what, the parts created must be equal. You cannot partition a shape into unequal parts. Alright, who wants to come up here and practice a half? So if we're doing half, what are we cutting this shape into? 2 parts, right? Alright, Hayden, I want you to do the rectangle. Is there only one way that we can divide a rectangle and to make it into 2 equal parts? No. Good. Do y'all agree with that? Is that 2 equal parts? Alright, who wants to do the circle? Brayden. We're splitting it into halves. Do you want to use a pen or do you want to use your finger? Alright, do y'all agree with that? Is that half? Give me a thumbs up. Good. Alright. What about thirds? Who wants to try thirds? Kyron. I want you to do the square. The rectangle. Into thirds. Alright, how many do you have now? 2. How many do you need? 3. Good. Alright, so what are you going to do now? Where do you think another line needs to go for you to have thirds? All right, is that equal? Are these parts equal? Let's try it again. All right, think about this. We just did this on the morning work. How did we partition that rectangle in the morning work? For the thirds. Good. All right. Who wants to try the circle? This one's a little tricky. Layla. All right, are those equal parts?
No.
No. All right, let's try it again, Layla. How can we do this to where it's going to make 3 equal parts? You want me to help you out? Here, what if we did like this?
This is line. That's not equal.
Well, it's supposed to look like it's kind of equal.
It's like a
I'm not the best drawer. But that's how you can do it for a circle, okay? For thirds, right? All right, what about fourths? How can we do fourths in a rectangle? Lily. Good. Do y'all agree? Thumbs up. There's 4 parts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Who wants to do the circle? Melanie, Linda. We're going to make 4. Good. Is that 4 parts?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Thank you, ma'am. All right, now, which are not divided into 3 equal parts? All right, Luke, come circle one that is not divided into 3 equal parts. It is not 3 equal parts. Good. How many is that one, Luke? It's 5. How many parts is that one? 4. All right. What is not another? What is another one? Hayden, come circle one that is not divided into 3 equal parts. Good. It's got 3 parts, right? But are those equal? No. What? There's one more. Carlos. Good. Does that one have 3 parts? It does. But are they equal? No, they're not. So this one is the only one that has equal parts. Do you see how it's even? And look at the rest of them. This one I had 4. This one is cut really jagged to where it's not equal. And then this one, these 2 are long, and this one is short. So it's not equal. All right, what about this one? Which are not divided into 2 equal parts? Melanie. They're not equal. 2 parts. 2 parts are not equal. Circle one. Oh, whoops. I forgot to put the... All right, there you go. Good. How many parts is that, Melanie? But are they equal? No. Why are they not equal? Can you tell me why? Yes, smaller. You see how small this side is and how big this side is? All right, good. All right, there's another one that's not showing equal parts. Skylar. Good. All right, which side is the biggest, Skylar? Which one's the smallest? Good. what about these? Which are not divided into 4 equal parts? Melanie, Luna? They are not equal. Alright, so I got a question. Are all these cut into 4 parts?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. But are they all equal?
No.
No. So which ones are not equal, Melanie? Good. Alright, there's one more. Kyron. What's another one? Good. Alright, so this one, you see, they have all, it looks like a wedge or like a pizza if you was to cut it into 4. And this one could be a pie that you cut into 4. That you each get an equal piece of the pie or the pizza. Alright, which are not divided into 3 equal parts? Luke. They are not divided into 3 equal parts. Oh, look, I did it again. Forgot to put it on there. There you go. Alright, good. What's another one? Ellen. What is one that is not equal? Alright, do y'all agree with that? No. Alright, look at it. Look at it, Ellen. Alright, look at these two. Do these look like they're even? No. Alright, this one, even though it's not exactly perfect, it is cut evenly, okay? So which one are you going to circle? There you go. Alright, and obviously this one is also. So this is the only one that have equal parts. Alright, now I'm going to give y'all a worksheet to do. You are going to cut and paste these shapes. You're going to cut out these shapes, and you're going to paste them over here. You have 2 options. You have equal shares, and you have unequal shares. Alright, I'm going to give you all a piece of paper. Make sure you write your name, and work hard, because this should not take you long. I'm going to put a timer on for about 10 minutes, okay? This should not take you long at all to do. When you are finished with this, please turn it into the turn-in tray. And then I want you to get a piece of this white paper, and then go put it over here on this table. And I want you, while everybody else is finishing, I want you to draw some shapes, and I want you to partition them. Alright, make sure you're looking at them and if they're equal or not. Make sure you double check them after you glue them down. And remember, when you are done, get you a blank sheet of paper from the table and draw your shapes and partition them until everybody is done, okay? When you are done, you can also put your scissors and your glue away because we won't need them again. When you are drawing your shapes after you are done, I want you to write beside them what they are. If you partition it into half, if you partition it into thirds, or if you partitioned it into fourths. Okay? Yes, turn it in when you're done. Alright, y'all that are still working, you have about 5 minutes left. Alright, here, I'll put this vocabulary on in case you need help spelling the half, the third, or the fourth. Alright, before you turn your paper in, make sure you have your name on it. Alright, now make sure you start gluing down. We only got about 4 minutes left. No, I want you to. When y'all are the ones that are already done and you're working with that blank sheet of paper, I want you to hold on to it, okay? Alright, if you are still working on the worksheet, raise your hand. Alright, y'all have about 2 minutes, I think. We got about 1 minute if you're still working on the worksheet.
How did you guess that?
Alright, now that everybody is finished with that, alright, now I'm going to give you this worksheet. I need you to get out a pink and green crayon or colored pencil, or if you have maybe a marker. Crayon, colored pencil, or marker. Alright, quickly get them out. Kyron, if you have his marker, give it back to him. Thank you. Very nice. Alright, now, listen to this very carefully. You are going to color the equal parts, the shapes that are colored, that are cut or partitioned into equal parts. You are going to color them pink. Alright? You are going to color the unequal parts green. And then for the unequal part, I want you to write under why they're not equal, okay? So the equal parts are pink, unequal is green. If you have a highlighter, just highlight around the shape. We're not coloring it in, okay? No. What did I just say? If you have a highlighter or if you have a marker, do not color in the shape. Just highlight around it. Remember, pink is equal. Green is unequal. And I want you to write under why they are not equal. And it shouldn't take you very long. I'm going to put another timer on so we can move on to our next task. And make sure you write your name on your paper. Good. I'm going to use yours as an example. If you have a marker, do you see how Carlos is just circling or going around them? That's what I want you to do, okay? Good job. Do you have a green crayon? Why don't you use a green crayon? And when you are done, flip your blank paper over, and I want you to draw some unequal shapes that are partitioned. Okay, I want you to partition unequal shapes when you are done. All right, make sure you look over them and make sure that you are coloring in the equal ones pink and the unequal ones green. And then make sure your name is on it.
Is it 4?
And turn it into the turn-in tray.
color. Mine's purple.
Alright, remember, under the green ones that are not equal that you chose, write why they are not equal.
You got one color.
Alright, sit down. Hey, Carlos, make sure your headphones are- Alright, those that are still working, you have about 5 minutes. Alright, those of you working on the coloring part, you have about 3 minutes left. Continue working hard. Alright, if you still have that worksheet, raise your hand for me. Alright. Around, Carlos. Get busy what you're supposed to be doing. Carla. Is that what you're supposed to be doing? Alright, for those of y'all on the worksheet, you have about a minute left. Alright. If you still have your worksheet, just put it aside for right now. You can finish it later. I want you to go ahead and put the paper that you were writing on and drawing your shape. Go ahead and put it either in your desk or your homework folder. Okay. Alright, I'm going to give you a tube of Play-Doh. You're going to work with your partner, okay? So y'all are going to share the Play-Doh. I want y'all to build shapes. I want you to make a flat shape, and I want you to partition them into either a half. Alright, if you're talking, you can't hear me. I want you to partition them either in a half, into thirds, or into fourths. Your shape should be flat on your table. Make sure you take turns and share. If you need to use your eraser or the bottom of your pencil that's not sharpened to cut the shape in half. Or you can use your finger. Yeah, or you can use the sides of your pencil. You can either use the side of your pencil, the eraser, you can use your finger, or if you have an unsharpened pencil, you can use that end. Alright, I want to see what y'all are doing. And I want you to talk with your partner about what you have partitioned them into.
McKinley did this to make hers. He took the I'm going to make a circle out of it.
You're going to make a circle out of it? Alright, so remember, we've been talking about partitioning shapes. Remember, when you partition, you are what? Dividing your shape into parts. A half means you cut your shape into how many parts? 2 parts. What if I said cut your shape into thirds? How many parts is that? 3. What if I said cut your shape into fourths? How many parts will that be? 4. So remember, when you're partitioning, you have to have your parts have to be equal, okay? Does anybody have any questions about that?